Hello everyone and welcome to Sunburned. Albino ranks every boss in Sifu from easiest to hardest. There might only be 5, arguably 6 bosses in this game, but the process of beating them all was still monumentally taxing on my brain and body, almost as if I myself had trained in Kung Fu for 8 years just to still get demolished over and over again. It was fun, it was great, starting from easiest and working our way to hardest. Number 6, Sifu. Your master kinda sucks. Of course, it does help that you as Yang have infinite HP and a winning smile. You can pretty much do whatever you want here. If you've ever fantasized about assaulting the elderly, this might be your new favorite game. You'll be able to tell once you've completed his first phase because you'll be going absolutely ham on his gray pubes, and then all of a sudden you're the one getting tossed outside for some reason, like, alright, this is what I get for winning. The second phase is basically identical, except there's rain now for some added romantic flair. So keep pounding on your Sifu's frail, wrinkled body until the final punch ruptures his entire existence. Number 5, Pole Man. It recently occurred to me that I forgot all their names, if I ever knew them to begin with. Pole Man is the easiest real boss because almost all of his attacks are avoidable the same way, using the low dodge, which is the L1 down action. And in the first phase, you can spam that all day long. His attacks are decently telegraphed, and the rhythm isn't too fast and pretty consistent, which makes for a happy fun time breaking no sweat at all once you get him down. As a general rule, parrying is better than dodging for reducing enemy poise faster, but parrying is also much harder, and sometimes you wonder if you have any sense of timing at all while attempting it. There are poles adorning the walls you can use for weaponry, but I usually prefer to fight with my wimpy, ineffectual fists. After the first phase is complete, Pole Man will toss a cigarette on the ground and then slam his pole onto it, lighting the entire area on fire instantly, which seems unlikely. In this phase, he does mostly the same attacks, but with the introduction of a new opening sweep, which should be hop dodged using the L1 up action. Sweep attacks are the bane of my existence. I can deal with them at the ends of combos, because I have the whole combo to prepare for it, but as openers, it's like, how the hell am I supposed to react to that? Pole Man's sweep is just slow enough to be manageable though, once you recognize the animation, since it doesn't look like a low attack until your character is flat on their back wondering what happened. This fight isn't free by any means, because none of them are, but I definitely rank this man the easiest of the evildoers. Number 4, Flower Man. Alright, I guess we're sticking with Mega Man boss names for this. Flower Man is harder than Pole Man in my estimation because his attacks are quicker and have more variety, and after like 6 times beating him, I still don't feel like I really understand what to do beyond low dodging the charge attacks and winging the rest of it. Remember that breaking the boss's poise is all that matters. They could be at 80% HP, but if you break their poise by parrying a ton and landing a bunch of hits on their unguarded or guarded self, that triangle circle prompt is going to appear just the same and that phase is over. After the first phase is complete, Flower Man sprouts a bunch of palm trees from the ground and turns the area into a vast green jungle, which seems unlikely. He'll occasionally disappear into the brush and poke his head out to slash at you, but if he's trying to be sneaky, he goes about as unnoticed as a skunk eating Chipotle. His combos are longer now though, and if he pushes you back, he gets to summon a tree behind you to make you bump into it for extra damage. Wish my Sifu taught me that one. Just play the game until he's dead, or spared if you're an r/nice guy, and then you'll win. Number 3, Cheap Ass Grandma. Sharp name pivot, this old withered bitch will camp you so hard an FGC commentator will compliment her zoning skills. Cheap Ass Grandma likes to keep you at arm's length. If that arm belongs to someone whose arm is a fucking tetherball string, my god it's annoying. The only saving grace is that her swings have major end lag, so if you dodge the combo enders properly, you can sprint up there and clothesline her before she gets her cheap ass bearings. General rule of thumb in the first phase is that the straight ahead attacks get low dodged, the horizontal attacks are usually sweeps that get hop dodged, and the overhead attacks get dodged to the side with R2, which I always forget is a real option that also happens to have some invincibility frames, or at least I've been able to act like it does. Once you're up in her grill, she can't handle it, so stay close, and if she swings away like Spider-Man, you rush her cheap ass down. No breathing room for this old bag. After the first phase is complete, a giant bell will destroy the floor and send the platform hurtling downwards into infinite bottomless space while you still have to fight on it, which seems unlikely. Same strategy here, except now the horizontal attack can be a high one too, just to really piss you off. Cheap Ass Grandma thrives on your frustration though, so don't give in to the rage, and after you beat her, make sure to send her a fuming DM on Discord, she deserves it. Number 2, Inseisha the Geisha. Are these nunchucks? They seem longer. This Japanese transplant wearing prostitute makeup is similar to Cheap Ass Grandma in terms of bullshittery, but actually worse because although the range is less significant, the combos sure aren't. This chick swings her nunchaku like it's going out of style, which I guess it is, or did. Like, she just actually keeps flailing it around endlessly, whether you're nearby or not. And by the way, don't be nearby. She has 2 different horizontal combos that alternate between high and low very rapidly in different orders, and trying to suss that shit out with the right dodges gave me conniptions, so don't. Instead, just hover outside her range, wait for the combo to end, and then use that distance closing double up triangle skill I hope you've permanently unlocked, because it's very good. She occasionally goes for an overhead attack too, and that's her most vulnerable piece of garbage, so do a side dodge on that one and lay her out. The trouble is, sometimes her combos decide not to end if you dash in too soon, or dash in at all. I do not like fighting this person. After the first phase is complete, she switches from nunchucks to knives and starts grinning like the Joker, which seems plausible. I like this phase much better. Her attacks are easy to parry. If her main melee combo happens, just make sure to side dodge her impending air kicks after she fades back. And dude, if you didn't perma-unlock the ability to catch projectiles, I feel sorry for you. You should be catching every knife this geisha tosses at you and flinging them immediately back at her. Free damage, free poise, sometimes it stuns her, it's great. If she throws them from the ground, a second one is coming before you can toss back the first, so dodge first and then toss. Otherwise, even her surprise screen-wide lunge attacks have easy-to-grasp timing. I wish both phases were like this. Number 1, Yang. Last boss, hardest boss, not much of a surprise, and boy is this man a bastard. When I first started attempting him, my character began the level at age 53, and I figured that would be enough since he'd have to kill me like 6 times to finish me, but no, it wasn't even close to enough. So I went back through the whole damn game and made it so I started the Sanctuary at age 37, and let me tell you, I'm finally not exaggerating when I say a fight took 30 years off my life. This is a damn stamina battle. I mean, technically they all are, but you know what I mean. It is only through sheer force of will that I did not rage quit this game forever, trying to not get steamrolled by a guy who doesn't let you use focus attacks and does whatever he wants all the time. The first phase is mildly manageable. I got by exclusively on square attacks and parrying. As long as I only used those 2 things, I could keep up and do poise damage. Get ready to replace your L1 button, because this dude does some rapid punches, and parrying them is the best way to break through his shit. I wish he did them more often. The only other silver lining in the first phase is that all his approach options can be side dodged, and half the time you can even punish them for a second. This dude does not get comboed. If you get an opening, you get 2 hits maximum before he's like, LOL, my arms are back up now. After the first phase is complete, he tosses you outside in the rain, reminiscent of the first battle of the game against Sifu, which seems unlikely outside of a written story that is purposely going for narrative symmetry. But yeah, man, at this point, just brute force death your way to victory. I couldn't do a damn thing that looked like it was on purpose that this dude didn't immediately spit on. I found one opening, side dodging the 3rd hit of the combo he does that starts with a forward approaching kick, and the rest was a masterclass in wildly flailing my arms and mashing L1 on moves that looked like they might be rapid punches until the job was done. After I finally beat him, I didn't feel happy or accomplished, I just felt like I had bandaged an open wound, and the idea that I'm gonna go through all that again to spare them and get a better ending is laughable. I'm laughing right now. Well, that's going to do it for this boss ranking. I hope you enjoyed it. I stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/SunburnedAlbino. Watch all my other videos with one eye closed and your tongue sticking out, and I'll see you guys next time.